Hi, welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Terry Stiles, without my co-anchor this week, but we'll get through it. We finally meet again. Grants help local businesses stay safe, and there's a new firefighter in town. All that and more. The Oxford News begins right now. It's been a long time coming, but finally our municipal boards will be meeting in person, for now anyhow. Both the villages of Oxford and Leonard, as well as the townships of Addison and the Oxford Township, have been meeting virtually since March 2020. Last month, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services allowed local governments to begin in-person meetings as long as they follow the state protocol of social distancing and wearing masks. Oxford School District Superintendent Tim Throne figures Governor Whitmore listened when the school board passed a resolution asking the governor to let public school board meetings happen in person. And he's pleased to see that she's honoring that request. As for Addison, they started meeting face-to-face last month. Barring any complications, Leonard Council President Mike McDonald said he is looking forward to getting back to normal, as is Oxford Township Supervisor Jack Curtis and the Oxford Village Council President Kelsey Cook, who said the village had its first live meeting last month and is looking forward to continuing. According to reports, while Michigan is rolling out vaccines at about 600,000 Michiganders receiving shots every week, the virus is being fought on several fronts. The economy is reopening with some restrictions lifted, but it seems many are returning to pre-pandemic life with no masks or social distancing, which could be the reason daily hospital admission rates are up over a 7-day period average. Statistics are also showing younger age groups, such as those in the 30 to 39 age group, showed that there are 43 daily admissions based on a 7-day average, as opposed to 7-day averages in the fall and winter. In addition, the 40 to 49 age group is rising to nearly 60 admissions per day, compared to 33 during the fall. Good news for 60 and over, hospitalizations have declined sharply as vaccines have risen. The Michigan Department of Health and Human Services said 35% of adults have received at least one vaccine, over a 20% full vaccinated in Michigan. And if you have one, don't forget to get your second one. Still on the COVID front, as local restaurants and bars attempt to return to some semblance of order and normal and reopening safely, an Oakland Together Restaurant Relief Grant Fund has given Oxford businesses nearly $12,000 to 6 businesses with the help of Township Grants and Communications Manager CJ Carnacchio. According to Carnacchio, the Township is always looking for ways to support the local businesses and to help them grow and prosper, and in doing so, Carnacchio was able to help Italia Gardens purchase masks, gloves, wipes, and sanitizers. Italia Gardens is happy to put those into use as soon as possible. The Country Coney followed suit with electrostatic sprayer and disinfectant solution, easy for you to say, and Tammy's Grill purchased the electrostatic sprayer and hand sanitizer, while Collier Lanes opted for plexiglass barriers and face masks. 925 Social went high-tech in keeping it local by purchasing a touchless temperature and mask detection system, and he got that from Auto Tech AMS. Congratulations to everybody. Keep it going. Oxford Township website is getting a new facelift thanks to the Oxford High School Career and Technological Education students who volunteered to redesign the site to make it more user-friendly. Juniors Zayden Marsh, Tanner Eubanks, Connor Valley, and senior Anelia Shaner met with township officials to eke out the township's wants and needs on their site. Along with mastering the IT skills, the CTE Center offers students a variety of experience-specific job training, including digital multimedia, business management, radio and television broadcast technology, automotive technology, health engineering, marketing, and finance. The Oxford Fire Department is one firefighter paramedic richer. Meet Edgar Sedano, who joined the department this month. A Holly resident, Sedano has served as a firefighter paramedic in Redford and Waterford townships. He is a father of a 3-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son, and engaged to be married to their mother next month. Welcome, Edgar. Speaking of emergency services, the Village of Oxford Police Department reports that the department was called over 500 times more this year than last in the same time frame. Just in the month of March alone this year, they've been called to action nearly 650 times, issuing 365 tickets and responding to 6 accidents. From January through March, they were called out 2,000 times. While there is no proof the pandemic regulations are the cause, it appears that nationally the lockdowns are a factor in the spike in crime. If you're looking to invest in a local need, the Oxford Emmanuel Congregational Church is collecting donations to replace the roof in the 143-year-old sanctuary. From AA meetings, providing free meals, food pantries, and serving residents for years, the church has been a shelter to many local residents, and now they need to raise the roof at the tune of $30,000. Down the road, the church is also looking to preserve their 143-year-old stained glass windows and repair the bell tower. But first, the roof. So if you're looking to help, go to the website icucc.org/donate. Or you can mail funds to number 1 Hovey Street, Michigan, Oxford, Michigan, 48371. Well, it's spring cleanup time, and the No-Haz collection events are on the calendar. For our area, Oxford Middle School has scheduled a drop-off for Saturday, April 24th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. On June 26th, the Oakland County Service Center campus in Pontiac will accept hazardous materials, as well as Kensington Church in Orion Township on July 24th, 2021. Split your possessions into 3 categories of paints, electronics, and household hazardous waste. Liquids must be in a leak-proof 5-gallon container. Residential waste only, no institutional or contractor waste, please. Registration is open around 3 weeks prior to each event, so check with nohaz.com for registration links and further information. These events are free for residents of Oxford Township and the Village of Oxford. Well, that's it for Oxford News this week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories or others, pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper. Also, check on our Charter Township of Oxford Facebook page, our Facebook and YouTube pages at Oxford Community Television, or our website at occtv.org. And don't forget to catch our old-time movies this weekend. Thanks for watching OCTV, where we bring your news closer to home. And don't forget to wear your mask.
Welcome to Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from Automotive News. General Motors plans to build a battery-powered version of its top-selling U.S. nameplate, the Chevrolet Silverado, at an electric vehicle plant in Detroit. The pickup, designed and engineered as an EV from the ground up, will be powered by the automaker's Ultium batteries with a GM estimated range of more than 400 miles on a full charge, the company said on April 6th. It will face a slew of upcoming electric pickups, including a battery-powered version of the Ford F-150 and Rivian's R1T. GM declined to provide production timing at the Detroit plant known as Factory Zero, but forecasting company Auto Forecast Solutions expects output to start in late 2022. The company expects GM to build 38,000 electric Silverados annually starting in 2023. The vehicles coming from Factory Zero will change the world and how the world views electric vehicles, GM President Mark Reuss said in a statement. The GMC Hummer EV SUV joins its stablemates in the realm of the true super trucks, and Chevrolet will take everything Chevrolet loyal truck drivers love about Silverado and more and put it into an electric pickup that will delight retail and customers alike. Factory Zero is slated to begin production of the 2022 GMC Hummer EV pickup later this year. Auto Forecast Solutions expect GM to produce 1,200 Hummer pickups in 2022 before ramping up to about 17,000 pickups annually starting in 2023. GM has committed to UAW members, their families, and the Detroit and Hamtramck community a future on the cutting edge of mobility. UAW members are excited to be part of this future, UAW Vice President Terry Deit said in a statement. The Detroit plant also will produce the Cruise Origin, a self-driving electric shuttle developed by GM's self-driving subsidiary in San Francisco. GM has not revealed a time frame for Origin production, but several forecasters expect output to begin in late 2022. EVs and AVs represent a brave new world of mobility, bringing new challenges to a complex world of manufacturing, said Gerald Johnson, Executive Vice President of Global Manufacturing for GM. There is nothing our team and GM Manufacturing and the UAW can't build, he says. In 2019, GM said it would invest $2.2 billion to retrofit the factory for EV production. The investment is the largest in GM's history, the automaker said at the time. When the plant is fully operational, GM says it will create more than 2,200 manufacturing jobs. The plant can build 270,000 vehicles per year, GM said, but the automaker will set production targets based on EV demand. Auto Forecast Solutions also expects 2 Cadillac SUVs to be assembled at Factory Zero starting in early 2024, one the size of an Escalade and the other the size of a longer Escalade ESV. GM has pledged to spend $27 billion on electric and autonomous vehicle development through 2025. The automaker is targeting an all-electric light vehicle lineup by 2035. So far, the Chevrolet Bolt is GM's only EV in the market, but the automaker will launch a utility version of the Bolt this summer, followed by the Hummer pickup later this year and the Cadillac Lyriq, built in Tennessee, in early 2022. U.S. Secretary of Energy Jennifer Granholm, who drives the Chevrolet Bolt, said GM's EV vision is clearer than ever and in reach. Thank you for never losing sight of this amazing vision, Granholm said. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and we'll be right back.
Every year, distracted drivers are responsible for nearly 2.5 million car crashes. The National Safety Council reports cell phone use while driving leads to 1.6 million crashes. The NSC reports 1 out of every 4 car accidents in the United States is caused by texting and driving. Texting or reading text takes your eyes off the road for at least 5 seconds.
How you doing, ma'am?
So if you were traveling at 55 miles per hour, you're essentially driving the length of an entire football field blindfolded. Once a driver has been distracted, it takes only 3 seconds for a car crash to occur.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. The carbon emissions associated with mining Bitcoin have accelerated rapidly in China, and they will soon outstrip the total annual emissions of mid-sized European countries. Analysis by Guanda Bo at Tsinghua University in Beijing, China, and his colleagues suggest that the total carbon footprint of Bitcoin mining in China will peak in 2024, releasing around 130 million metric tons of carbon. This figure exceeds the annual carbon emissions of the countries including Italy and Czech Republic. By 2024, Bitcoin mining in China will require 297 terawatt hours of electricity and account for approximately 5.4% of the carbon emissions from generating electricity in the country. Mining Bitcoin relies on computers racing to solve mathematical puzzles, with miners receiving Bitcoin for being the first to produce a batch of verified transactions. The number of Bitcoin awarded for this are halved every 4 years, and the puzzles have become more difficult and require more computing oomph to solve. The cost of powerful computer equipment and the electricity to run it has also increased. The researchers predicted the emissions peak in China in 2024 based on calculations of when the overall cost of mining, the investment in computing equipment, and the electricity costs outweighs the financial rewards of selling mined Bitcoin. They also use financial projections and carbon emissions analysis to model the emissions footprint in China, taking into account factors such as location. Are you in Shanghai, Beijing, or other places? That does matter because it determines what type of electricity you use, says Guan. Overall, from all of China's Bitcoin mining activity, 40% is powered by coal. Bitcoin miners in Beijing or other parts of northern China are very likely to be using electricity from coal-powered plants. Mining in southern provinces, especially Guangzhou, Yunnan, and Sichuan, is in large part powered by hydroelectricity, says Guan. Given Chinese commitment to a 2060 net zero carbon goal, regulations to reduce carbon emissions from Bitcoin mining and future emergent sectors will need to be implemented, he says. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.